Dana White opens up about the negotiations for the broadcasting rights of the UFC. Very interesting stuff. He says here, I think as we go into our negotiations in 2025, this thing could play out in a lot of different ways. Obviously, we could be with Disney and ESPN for however many years, or you could see all of our content get chopped up like WWE and NFL does, and different products going to different networks. I don't know how that's going to play out as we get closer to getting into these negotiations, but it's a possibility. Right off the bat, I don't like the way that sounds. I would much rather the UFC just have one home. I don't want to have to subscribe to this one, subscribe to that one, and then this one over here just to watch all of my UFC content. If I want UFC, I want to know where to get it, and I want it simple. And I think most fans are like that. I don't think most fans want to have this platform, that platform, and the other. Me personally, I would like for the UFC to stick with ESPN, and I think it would be a smart move for ESPN to keep the UFC because that's a very niche sport, and you have the king of the niche sport in the UFC, you know what I mean? And it's an international sport. It's not like the NFL where it's just the United States that you have to worry about, or baseball for that matter. It's an international sport. You have people from all different countries. The UFC is breaking into China. The UFC is breaking into Mexico. They're breaking into a bunch of different markets. They have stars flourishing from these markets. You know, you have a Georgian champion in Marab. You have a Spaniard champion in Ilia Topuria. It just keeps getting more and more diverse, and all of the world is watching. It's not just the United States. And I think that's a very good thing, and that's something that ESPN wants. And you know what? Not for nothing, but the UFC gives you a lot of events too. The UFC, say what you want about maybe oversaturation or watering down of the product. Say what you will about that. But the UFC gives you content. If you are a fight fan, if you are a UFC fan, don't worry. They got you with fights almost every weekend at this point, which I like. I do like the option of tuning in. Even if it's not the best fights in the world, it's still the UFC. I still got my commentators in the background that I'm listening to. I still got the fights on. It's something familiar, and I enjoy that. I enjoy having the UFC on weekly, damn near. And hopefully I could still have that where it's all under one roof. You know, I don't want to have every subscription in order to watch the UFC. That's just my own personal perspective, but let me know what you think in the comment section below, whether you agree, disagree. It truly does not matter. Just join the discussion, follow for more, and leave a like if you enjoyed the time spent. Thank you. You are all very appreciated.